So today we're going to talk about certificate of insurance requests. Typically this occurs when you're planning an event at a venue and they hand you a contract with a request for a certificate of insurance, also referred to as proof of insurance. So now what? The first step is not to sign anything. Don't sign the contracts until we at MJ have had a chance to review them if there are any insurance clauses whatsoever. If you're not sure if there is any insurance verbiage, then be safe and send it to us anyway. Why does a third party request a certificate of insurance? Basically, a certificate of insurance is an industry standard form that confirms that coverage is in place. So a third party requests a certificate of insurance in order to ensure that the coverage that you say you have is actually in place for the time period in question, and that this gives them more confidence that you are adequately insured because it shows your limits and the various coverages offered. Here's a sample certificate of insurance. Basically, in the upper left-hand corner is our name at MJ Insurance. We are the producer or agent on the account, so we're listed there with our contact information. Right below that is the insured name, chapter name, and address, so this would be specific to each location. In the middle section are the coverage limits and specifics. Typically, we would just show the general liability limits. However, depending on the event and the contract in question, we might be required to show other limits, such as your automobile non-owned and hired limits, your excess liability, also known as your umbrella limits, your workers' compensation, or even possibly some of the other coverages that are in place. All of that, depending on what the contract requires, would be listed there in that middle section. Right below that, we would put any event-specific information. Typically, if it's for a specific event, we will have the date of the event. That just ensures that you get a fresh certificate for each event, which you cannot reuse certificates. So you need to, for each event, even if it's at the same location from year to year, you need to obtain a new certificate. Also, any additional insured language would be listed there. But for more information on additional insured verbiage, please refer to the Contract Review 101 e-module available on our website. It has delves much more deeply into that issue. Then right below that specific information box that we would put there would be the certificate holder, which would be the individual entity or venue that's requesting the certificate. By calling them a certificate holder, they're not receiving any coverage or anything like that. It's just demonstrating that they have requested proof of your insurance. So that's why we put them there. And again, that makes each certificate specific to that venue as well as on that specific date of the event. So step 2 is to contact us at MJ Insurance. The best way to do that is to visit our website at mjsorority.com. Click on Certificate Request Form. It's on our homepage in the Quick Links section in the upper right-hand corner, or it's also under Services, the Services tab. Basically, just complete the information requested there, and we'll contact you with any questions or concerns. If there aren't any questions, then we're able to turn around certificates and provide those back to you as well as the venue very quickly. But to be honest, that typically doesn't happen. So we ask that you give us 2 weeks prior to the event, if at all possible, for any certificate requests, just because oftentimes there are concerns with the contract that Ruth Knauer in our office, who handles all the certificate requests, she tries to work with the venue to possibly make the contract verbiage more favorable to the sorority or the fraternity. If you'd prefer not to use the website, you can contact Ruth at toll-free 888-442-7470 or at her email address, ruth_Knauer@mjinsurance.com, with the information requested on the form on our website there. Or you can just call her directly and she'll walk you through everything. We'll contact you again with any questions or concerns regarding your certificate request. And in the meantime, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to give us a call. Thanks so much, and good luck with those certificates.